Josh actually pulled a real nice prank on me today. He showed up for breakfast.
No, Joe. Oh my gosh.
You don't want me to tell him?
Yeah, no. Go on then. Feel free. Fine, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Here we are again. This is my friend Josh from Smelly Vision.
Yo. Welcome guys. Good to see you all again.
And what we've got today, we've got a nice program planned out.
Oh yes.
We want to show you the aromatics of the vaults of the most coveted collections in the world. Aromatics such as have not been smelled by kings themselves, and sultans and rulers have not had the opportunity to smell what we are going to smell.
But a man from Doncaster will.
A man from Doncaster. Smelly Vision, everybody. Can we hear it for Smelly Vision? You can imagine all the crowd,
Way.
cheering and whistling and clapping and
Yeah.
hooray. Some nice water there.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah. So, let's start with, why don't we start with the spray perfume? Because if we smell these other things,
It's just going to blow our senses.
you won't be able to smell anything.
Yeah.
So, why don't I just show you this?
So what have we got here then?
Let me just, I want to, if you would allow, I just want to tell our friends, Josh actually pulled a real nice prank on me today. He showed up for breakfast.
No, Joe. Oh my gosh.
You don't want me to tell him?
Yeah, no. Go on then. Feel free.
He showed up for breakfast and he's wearing this like nuclear warfare kind of stuff. And I was like, what's happening to my kitchen? It's like, did you bring a...
He was like washing your hands. You're like, is this the stuff that I bought to wash my hands?
You're like, no, it's your soap, CD. I'm like, no, I know my soap, CD.
And then I was like, is it like an aftershave you smell? And I was like, I don't know what it is. You said, I don't know what it is, but it stinks. And it was it was Tom Ford. It was a Tom Ford perfume.
He was actually wearing a Tom Ford perfume in my house.
I know.
Like, I almost fired him,
I just got kicked out the door.
I don't know you anymore. You can have a nice life.
But it's a lesson learned. It's not something that I'll be doing again, that's for sure.
I mean, why on earth would you even like...
I've got a lot of old stuff that I need to get through, a lot of the old stuff from the old sort of collection that I've built up, but
Yeah.
looking at it, in hindsight, yeah, it's a very, very silly thing to do.
I thought you did it on purpose,
No,
just to like
that's
test
a
to
prank.
see like, what's Ensar going to say.
The thing is as well is that actually when you spray perfume on yourself, you don't really smell it on yourself. And then I walked in and it was like, whoa, and he was about 10 foot away or something like that, so he was a fair distance away. So it makes you wonder, and it was really full frontal force. It makes you wonder what they actually put in.
I'm like, there's chemical warfare.
Yeah, it was like an atomic bomb or something
in my
like
kitchen.
that.
Like, what the heck was that? And he's actually wearing it. I said, like, did you maybe your shower is not working, or maybe your bathroom is is out of function, out of order.
But it's like literally like 3 sprays or something like that. So these people that really go heavy with it and stuff like that, it just
3 sprays.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch that stuff with like a 9-foot pole.
oh, it's terrible, absolutely terrible.
No, you got it. You got it.
I got
This
good
is,
though.
I mean, we've never met before. This is actually, you believe it, we've been friends and colleagues, and we've been working together for a long time, and we just met. This is our technically this is our first meeting.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about this. We need to have a nice talk.
I've written down rules regarding Tom Ford.
You're seeing doctors and stuff for your health, and you're wearing Tom Ford.
I know. And I'll tell you what really got to me as well was when you said, well, look, you spray this on your body, it goes into your blood.
Where do you think it goes?
Yeah,
it goes through your liver, it goes through your organs.
You don't realise that though. I mean, when you put on a perfume, we do it with such, nonchalance. Like you walk into a store and you're like, oh, let me try this, oh, let me try this. Nobody asks what goes into it. Nobody asks what the ingredients are. I mean, you wouldn't walk up to in a pharmacy and go, oh, there's a pill there, let me just pop that. Oh, there's a pill there, let me just pop that. You'd ask what's in it. And that sort of hit home when you said that. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's not such a good idea to wear Tom Ford perfumes anymore. And
CD, you're my friend. I mean, I don't like to have any airs. People know me. I'm a down to earth guy. I don't walk around like I'm anything. I don't have any claims. I'm not so far as maybe I am. I don't know. But I don't think I'm like someone with their head gassed, with walking. Like some people that have this real sense of accomplishment or arrogance or airs. I don't like those kind of people.
No.
I don't have anything to do with people who have this ego mania.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're my friend. I mean, if you have no perfume, you want to wear Tom Ford. I mean, you just tell me, CD, I don't have perfume. Can you send me some? I'll send you some for free. I mean, what are you wearing Tom Ford for?
No. I'll definitely be. I think I'll be sticking that on eBay when I get
home. If anybody has this is a noble cause. Anybody wants to donate a bottle of perfume?
There'll be details on how to donate.
The details will be at at the end with all the captions.
A GoFundMe with a really sad song on it as well.
Yeah, send this guy a perfume.
Save Smell-O-Vision.
No, I mean, speaking of, I'll take care of it myself. Before you travel, I'll give you some perfume with you. Yeah, I'll swap you.
Yeah, okay.
Just to make sure you never touch that stuff. I'll give you a real perfume in exchange for your Tom Ford.
And you can carry that around for self-defense, the Tom Ford thing, can't you?
I will call the nuclear, the biohazard groups. They will come with their, with their special suits, protective gear,
gear.
Hazmat, they'll grab it,
controlled explosion somewhere.
It sounds like it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, and I'm sure our followers, they think I'm making a joke. It's all true. It's all true. I mean, I couldn't smell. I was frying eggs for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't smell the eggs. I couldn't smell the butter.
And you don't realise what sort of effect it has on.
And I'm like, how can it? It's like a projectile,
Yeah,
how do they make it where you can smell it from across the room with such, overwhelming
pure synthetics? It has to be in order to. Nothing in nature does that, does it?
No, and even we had a brief chat about synthetics. There's synthetics, and then there's synthetics you can eat, right? Like flavorings, you can eat. There's synthetic things you can they're safe to consume, right?
Yeah.
But these things that they put in fragrances,
it's scary.
I mean, it's like they don't care.
No.
And there's no transparency as to what's in there.
No.
It's all FDA okay. If it's a
fragrance.
fragrance.
Nobody knows what long-term effects that will have on somebody over 10, 15, 20 years.
I mean, you see all these men, growing like breasts and stuff. I think it's because of this stuff.
Yeah, good for
you got kids. You got kids with autism. You got. God forbid. We're the most hormonally imbalanced population that's ever lived on the planet Earth. Because of all these plastics and all of these things that is killing our seas and our wildlife, and it's in our fruits and vegetables are contaminated because of all these things. I mean, where do you think Tom Ford and all these guys, the conglomerates that make these aroma chemicals?
It's not even Tom Ford that makes it, is it really? Yeah, it's the chemical company.
IFF and Javaudan and whoever it is. Where are they dumping all the excess? All the waste. It goes right into our fish.
And then we eat the fish.
And then we're eating them.
Yeah. And then we're spraying the perfume on top of us as well.
If you see some of these bottles, if you order from these companies, right? I know because I buy naturals from them, right?
Yeah.
The same companies, right?
Yeah.
Some of these things, the catalogs, they have things with like dead fish on it.
Yeah.
You see one of the biohazard symbols. You see a fish, it's just like laying on the land, and it's like a croaking fish, And you got other things. They have the cancer symbol. Be careful. Even naturals have some of this
That's
stuff.
worrying.
You know?
That's worrying.
I mean, if you use certain things with an excess, even natural, because I mean, naturals are chemicals after all.
Of course, yeah.
Right. That you have to be very careful with what you put on your skin.
Yeah.
You know.
Because it goes in your body.
It goes in your body, and then it goes into your sea. It goes into your planet. It goes into your food. It goes into your children. It's killing us. People care about oceans, whales. You know, they want to save the polar bears. You got to save the humans first. You got humans are dying from all these petrochemicals they're spraying on themselves. You know, and I'm not saying, you know, don't use synthetics full stop, because that doesn't solve anything. There's naturals that can cause cancer. There's naturals that can kill fish. Right? I'm saying that particularly these really loud, aggressive things like what I smelled today. Yeah. That can't be good for anybody.
No, it can't be good for anybody.
Yeah,
and you don't realise when you spray it on what an effect it has on, and it can't leave a real good impression really on people around you.
I mean, Sidi, I lost my appetite.
Yeah.
I lost my appetite.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm sorry for doing this in public, but I would, you know, if all of our viewers were all gathered in this room, I would say exactly the same thing.
No, exactly.
And if I met every one of them one-on-one for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and they visited me here, I would say exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Guys, don't buy this stuff. Don't buy my stuff. My stuff is good for the planet.
Yeah.
Is good for my bank account.
Yeah.
Is good for, you know, for don't buy my stuff. Yeah. Okay, but that stuff, it has to stop. Yeah. You know. Excuse me.
1 second, guys.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Take care.
Another delivery.
Read that.
What is it? Life extension. You basically, it's that's the sign. That,
here we are. Here we are,
yeah,
trying to extend our lives.
Yeah.
You know, the most precious thing. What's the most precious thing we have?
It's
our life, right?
It's your life and your health.
Here we are. It's a funny thing that we're talking about health and so forth, and I just got a delivery from Life Extension.
Yeah. And you showed it. It's like, look, like it's like a sign or something like that.
Yeah, look, you gotta, you know, this is my personal conviction. If people can smell your fragrance from across the street,
it's no good.
You're probably wearing something that's like a biohazard.
Yeah, it's no good. It's true though, isn't it? And people don't like that. I don't think people like that. I mean, everybody always says, oh, I want the one with the most projection. I want people to be able to smell me across the street. And it's like, well, why do you want that? You know?
Why would you just rub some skunk juice on?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll smell you from 10 miles away.
But you often get, I mean, like I do on Instagram, you know, on my page, I often get people asking me, you know, which one projects the most? It's like, well, why do you want to have that? I mean, because people don't know it's you that the smell's coming from anyway. They just think, oh, I can smell something.
I love the soap part though. When you tried to blame it on my soap, that was
yeah, that was.
I think it's the soap.
Oh, no, I thought it must be the soap. I was smelling behind you. He was like, "No, it's not the soap, Sidney. I don't know what this is." And then I says, "It's this, isn't it? It's my what I'm wearing." And it's what you're told for. Oh, astaghfirullah.
Anyway. Yeah. The reason I brought that up is because I wanted to give you a spritz of something.
Oh, very good.
And then, you know, when
some proper perfume.
When you extended your hand, I could smell old Tom again. So
oh, is it still there?
It must be. I mean,
I didn't spray it on my arms on purpose though. It was only on my neck.
You don't need to spray it on your arms. Once you spray it, like someone sprays it, you know, in the next door, you know, you'll still get it.
Yeah, you'd just have to spray it just on a pillow somewhere and leave it there.
Yeah.
Right,
so here we are. This is a small batch artisanal perfume made very lovingly